Alright, Twitch chat, welcome to Slice and Dice. In Slice and Dice, you play a party of 5 adventurers delving their way through a dungeon, essentially. And we can see our 5 adventurers here. There are a whole bunch of different starting characters that you can have in Slice and Dice. Every party always, at least on the base game mode, always has one of each color: orange, yellow, gray, red, blue, with each color representing a particular type of hero, with orange being the thieves, yellow the fighters, gray are kind of defensive paladin types that block other characters, red is your healer, and blue is your mage. And each character has dice that kind of correspond to all of those different things. The dabble here is a rogue that can attack, block, or generate mana. Pretty nice. Porter has 6 different attacks with 6 different keywords. Each one does a slightly different thing. The Squire can block on others or even redirect enemy damage to themselves. The Splint has good one-time use mana generation and one-time use heals, but runs out of endurance in combat pretty quickly. They also add this nice little bandage spell. And the mage can make mana and adds a flare spell. Overall, this is a pretty reasonable assortment of starting heroes. And yes, there is a special mode that allows you to make a custom party if you want to use any combination. On unfair difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty in this game that's meant to be 1, there are harder, you have to choose 10 points of curse to start your run. These are penalties that will apply to all of your stuff. 1 did. All heroes add single use to the 2 left sides. Not so bad. 2 left sides being the middle side and the far left here. Mortal Plus. All heroes have a cap of 10. Your pips, shields, health, etc. cannot exceed 10. That doesn't seem so bad. Small bonus. All tiny enemies get +1. That's pretty nasty. I've done turn 2 armor before. That's also nasty, but not too bad. Slippery Dice Plus. Cannot lock more than 1 dice at a time. Oof. I actually don't hate that, though. As long as we choose characters that don't have a lot of blank sides, Slippery Dice is not that bad. And I think a Slippery Dice Mortal run might be overall pretty good. Turn 2 armor? Sure, let's try this. Slippery Dice, Mortal, and turn 2 armor. Overall, not that bad. Our main goal is going to be to eliminate a lot of enemy threats on turn 1 to avoid having to deal with anything too nasty. Can be reused if it was lethal. How fun. So we can only lock up to 1 dice. Guess we'll lock the mage then. Reroll everybody else. And try to get an assortment that's pretty good. That is pretty good. 5 damage. Kills the goblin immediately. This does double damage to any enemy at full health, aka these 2 health archers. And we can just block the last hit. Easy. Let that archer get out of here. Golio, welcome to the list of channel cuties. Holy heck. A new entrant to the almighty list. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get you added right now. Thanks for accumulating 1/2 mil channel points by sending so much heckin' time here. You are a legend. Officially cute. Welcome, the Golio. You're there. Let's see some waffles in chat, Twitch chat. Show them if you got them. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Knoll plus Thorn is fun. Are the curses that I found that I never take? Yes, there are some really nasty ones. There are a huge number of curses in the game. Let's see. Modifiers? Curses, yes. We've discovered 98 out of 204 curses. And they're broken down by their point cost here in the modifier thing. So there's just tons and tons and tons. Some of the scariest ones are adding a really nasty monster. Actually, don't have any examples here. Is that not technically a curse? It's not clear. Yeah, add alpha. Glim DP, thanks for half a year, 6-second months, and Lightning 0108, thanks for the tier 3 sub. Very generous of you. Welcome to the coziest of cozy sub clubs. Oh, that's right. So it goes Dabble, Dabbler, Dabblest. The Dabbler has higher values than the Dabble, but otherwise mostly the same dice faces. Really good considering our limited ability to reroll. Or the Enchanter, who's all about boosting the other party members, can heal and boost, or add keywords. Add self-shield, self-heal, or both to another hero. Having a cleanse is pretty nice too. Heal 3 to the top and bottom. If we take the Enchanter, our mana generation kind of goes in the toilet, though. Let's take the Dabbler. Got here a Knoll and a Thorn, who are a bit tricky. The Thorn has huge retaliatory damage. Meanwhile, the Knoll reduces enemy damage dealt. Overall, though, this looks pretty good. This is good enough. This music makes you think of FTL. It is from FTL. Note that thorns are immune to magic. But they do run away. Easy. Choose an item. Stake. Add terminal to all damage sides. Double effect versus targets that have 1 health. I'm sure there's some kind of use for that. Or cloak. Replace the middle side with dodge. Could be useful on gnolls. Or on cleave. Doesn't work on heals because it's only damage sides. Although if it's a attack and self-heal, that would work. Maybe if they have shield? Sure. Cloak is pretty handy. Give me a random one. The big shield. Replace the left side with shield 4. That's pretty good. That's better on the squire. It's an upgrade for the squire, rather. Only lock 1 dice at a time, so we kind of have to take it all or take nothing. Let's roll again. That worked out. This is 2 damage and pain. We can kill the crone this turn. That'll work. Gets 3 block. Oh, we gotta update. Let me update the curses command. It's not up to date. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, Faily's got it. Cool. Here are the curses. Slippery dice plus. Can only lock 1 dice at a time. Mortal plus plus. All heroes limited to 10 for everything. Nothing can have a numerical value higher than 10. And enemies get shield 3 on turn 2. Are the things. Do better than that. That's more like it. Could have also just banked the mana there. Not quite. That last hit point has to be removed individually, so bursting here only removes 1 health. You can flee. So, one more time. The curses. Slippery Dice Plus. Cannot lock more than 1 dice at a time. Mortal Plus Plus. All heroes are limited to 10. 10 everything. 10 shields, health, and pips on their dice. And lastly, Armor Plus Plus. At the start of the second turn, enemies get 3 shields. Called Armor. Squire into Bard or Mage into Sparky. Sparky needs mana generators on other characters to work really well, and we actually do have that with Dabbler and Splint. Haven't had a lot of success with Sparky before, but they might do better here. Meanwhile, Bard can give more rerolls. That's not that good. The charged shield is good. Let's take Sparky. Zap can kill an enemy that has exactly 4 health, notably has the ranged keyword to let you do some fun stuff. That's pretty good. That even does 3 damage? Yeah, that's good enough. We can kill this wolf? I guess I will. Oh, actually, we can zap the wolf. Let's do it. That attack looks cool as well. It's zapped. Get all that mana. Heck yeah. Guess we can shield and heal and cleave. Seems fine. Chomping our Squire. Lock that. There we go. Zapped. Okay, Sparky did really good work there. Got some illusions and an ogre. Illusions have only 1 health. For now. Silver Imp. Replace the top and bottom sides with gain 1 reroll, cantrip pain. So gain a reroll, but also lose 1 health. How interesting. Probably not what we want. Or Big Hammer. Replace the 2 left sides with a 5 damage heavy and a blank. Not too bad on Squire, maybe. Adding a blank is not exactly favorable. Or we can take a random tier 2. Let's go random, actually. Incense. Add right to the top side. +1 for each unused ally. They will skip their turn. Ooh, interesting. Kind of neat on the Hoarder. Put on the Hoarder for now. But yeah, that's a useful item that can definitely break stuff later on. Rampage can be reused if it was lethal. Excellent. That kills all of those nerds. Let's see what else we can get. That's not bad. If I ever tried RimWorld, I have not actually played it, but I've watched a decent amount of RimWorld. Very cool little game. Not quite my style for stream because of its lack of discrete objectives, but very cool game conceptually. Let's actually keep rolling. This is the 3 armor turn. The ogre gains damage as it loses health, which can be a bit of a problem. There's some mana. Sure. Zapped. Soodle. I don't think we've seen these before. All they do is damage. 1d6. It's a backwards Ludus. Ah, the statue. Statue only gets 10 max health because of our mortal ++ restriction. Normally this creature has 20 max health, but only blank sides. How about we upgrade our Splint into a Priestess? That drops our mana gen for Sparky, but gives us sustained healing and an AoE heal, too. Priestess is fun, and I think the statue's quite bad right now, so... Heck it. Quartz can be killed by doing exactly 5 damage to it. Can we do that? Yes, we can. I use the Death Wish thing, but is that good enough? Probably not. Well, it's not bad. It's definitely not the worst use of my turn 1. Might as well lock it, though. We can roll for better stuff on everybody else. Ooh, 2 damage, 2 mana gain. That seems even better. I'll take these rolls. Yes. This is now 5 damage. Leaving them on 4. Perfect. Zapped him. Jinx. Don't have burst for this fight. That's fine. 3 of a kind. Triple the value if this has the same value as the 2 previously used dice this turn. Or lucky. Change the 2 left sides. -2 +1. That'd be good with a big hammer. 3 of a kind goes the rightmost. Here, 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 or here. Yeah, 3 of a kind has some serious power to it, but only if you can really combo it. Pretty hard to use with Slippery Dice Plus, but we'll try it. Yes, Jubal. Mortal will cap anything that your dice are doing, essentially. think would be the easy way to remember it. Overkilled by 2 or more. We don't have the thingy. Lock this. Reroll everybody else. Not awful. That's worse. We should probably kill this Jinx first. Get 2 bones. And they all get armor. That's not good. Oh dear. Look at all this incoming damage. Low Flash is heal and shield 1 to all dying allies. Currently 2 of us. Squire's ability is good. It's not bad, but this side is bad. Can't get any kills. Won't reroll at all. Okay. Questionable. Questionable, for sure. Oh, and this actually does damage, too. Talk. Only heal 1 and shield 1, huh? But we can also zap a bones. Squire will die. Almost get the bandit. But not quite. Alright, we'll let the squire perish. We've also zapped the Jinx there. I guess we probably could have, huh? Excellent. Good enough. Alright, 1 party member perished. They'll come back at half health for the next fight. And it's our first boss, the Bell. At the end of each turn, deal 1 damage to all heroes and 5 damage to the Bell. You also get an upgrade, either a Scrapper over the Hoarder, only has 4 things they can do, or Monk over Squire. Monk is basically an upgrade to the Squire, improves the redirect sides, gets some more max health, adds a Cleanse, adds a Repel. Sure. I'll take Monk. And I'll actually take Shield 4 on the Hoarder. Over that stinky heavy attack. What is that? Summoning an imp. Okay. Fanatic does seem like somewhat of a problem for us. Not a great start. This would be a good time to start zapping things. Only we could. Just summoning the bones. So this is what the curse bell looks like. It's true. Dabbler plus Hoarder could kill either Fanatic or Imp, actually. But then a lot of bad things happen to us. What if we do it this way? It's 2. First cannot keep the monk alive. That has the priestess die, but gets rid of the cultist, the fanatic. Everybody lives if I do this. That's not too bad. Yeah, that'll have to do. Heal 1 to all looks pretty important right now. Overall, this turn isn't terrible. Definitely do better, though. Fuck this, Rudol. One more time. There we go. Although I can't triple it, unfortunately. We might want to focus just our damage on the bell itself, stop the so that we can kill it next turn. Or we might want to prevent the imp's attack this turn. Well, the monk dies if that happens. I see. Right. I should keep the priestess in it. Dabbler can go to 1? Okay, I'm okay with this. Keep summoning stuff. I could roll 2 other 1s, we could triple the self-heal. That'd be really good. Can't, but that's still a pretty good turn. Gives me enough to zap somebody with. Let's kill both minions here. Cool. Wow, pretty much only rolled summons from this boss. That's pretty wild. This 1 + 4. Interesting. The right doesn't get doubled by Death Wish. Huh. Figured it would. GG. First boss down. Actually, excuse me, second boss down. We're on level 9 now. Because Death Wish is added first. Well, I can't add the keywords in the other order. Diving suit. Replace the 2 right sides with the hero below. Oh my. Set all mana gain sides to 2. Also pretty good on Magic Staff. Wow. Wow, those are both really good. 4 tier 0 items? Where's the hoarder item? 4 tier 0 items. Both of these are very cool. Good. Monk the priestess's sides? I really like the diving suit. Yeah. Oh boy, what is that? What are you doing, wizard? Weaken for 4. Oof. Not the worst turn one. That looks better. Although these 2 self-heals aren't going to do anything. Actually, just keep this. Reroll everybody else. That's better. Much better. One more try. Better. Burst you, zap you. No skeletons. 2 skeletons. Good enough. All right, I've really appreciated Sparky. Oh, and Sparky's going to be even better here. Ghosts and Slimers have health values that do specific things, but if we bypass those by simply exterminating our foe, won't be a problem. Here, do we take the Gladiator for persistent damage output, or do you take the Whirl for the ability to do area damage? Area damage is a lot better if you can boost it, which we cannot do currently. Top side gets the bonus. Ooh. Right cleave seems kind of good. Let's give Whirl a try. Let's do it. Could lead to some really powerful turns. 3 damage. So we could zap the Slimer here, for example. Seems pretty okay. Poison will be a problem. I'll take it. So that means we don't get another Slimelet. Alright, there's a gigantic AoE heal. Alright, I can't lock multiple things though. Let's just see what this does. So we shield, we heal all, and then this is a 3 heal all. Monk is still dying. Okay. Reroll it all then. Just suck up all the poison. Shoot. Don't even do that. Uh-oh. Cleave plus right doesn't do anything here, unfortunately. Well, maybe not anything, but mostly doesn't do anything. If this were only a deal 2... Erg. Can't zap it. Rip Dabbler 2, I guess. Two Luduses. Very packed. Replace the rightmost side with +4 mana, but lose 4 max health. Ooh, I actually really like that. Although not many of us have the ability to sack any max health right now. Or Demon Horn. Replace the rightmost side with heal 2 boost, but add pain to target sides for 1 turn. Spooky. Now, wait just a minute. Diving Suit Fairy Pact. Wait, what? Not how it works, apparently. Oh. That's lame. This doesn't modify items? Oh, it does say base sides. Okay. It does say base sides. Boring. This is where the world gets killed on turn 1? No, apparently that's Sparky. Sparky just dies. Immediately. Or I can Super Cleave. Super Cleave does seem pretty good here, as it can kill the sniper at a minimum. Actually, how does this work if I just do this? Not bad. We'll lose the Dabbler, but it seems like we mostly win the fight from there. Can't do it down here, right? Sparky dies then. So it's Sparky or Dabbler. I want to do that. Or we can reroll. I think I'll just take the pretty successful turn. Zapped. The Baron. Baron gives plenty of mana. Definitely a use case for Sparky here. Although we could replace Sparky with Ace. We've got a 1, 2, 3 mana. Triple if this has the same value as the 2 previously used dice this turn. Or Dabbler into Sharp Shot. We'll lose the mana gain, but get some really premium range attacks. That can be very, very useful. What's the spell on Ace? Draw. Shield 1 and target gets +1 to all sides this turn. Oh man. That's pretty potent. Oh, and this is 2 mana pair. So 1 mana, 2 mana pair, 3 mana triple. Yeah, definitely tricky with slippery dice. I think I'd much rather take the Sharp Shot. For now. Summoning Bones. Oof, that damage. That kind of works. Good enough. Here to just do this? Yeah. Nine damage. Sweet roll. Oh yeah, it's just a really good roll. Burst, kill the ghost. Whirl and Sparky are currently perishing. Monk can save Sparky, but then dies themselves. Sparky means no more zapping. That's 8. Oh yeah, it's because we haven't killed you yet. Actually, we can save them both, right? No, that's... Oh, because you can't have more than 10 base health, of course. That works, though. I'll take that. Good enough. Kind of a weak turn overall, but that's all right. Ooh. Definitely wipe the board here. But can I burst 3 times if I do this? Not quite. Suppose losing Sparky ain't the worst thing in the world. Fight's pretty much over after this, sure. Actually, did I have a... I had a zap there, didn't I? I'm just killed. Oh no, I can't play zap, because he's dead. Of course. Got him. Gnolls don't have 4 health. Poodle, add dog to the middle column. Add dog to the middle column. Double effect if you have the same health as the target. Or twisted bar. Set all your sides to 2. All of them. That's kind of good on Sparky, actually. The twisted bar. Poodle's interesting. Same health as the target. Really useful if we swap it around each fight to match enemy health. I could believe that. Yeah, like Poodle on the sharp shot this turn is pretty good. Sure, let's give the Poodle a try. This will be some fun stuff we have to try to set up. But I like it, conceptually. That's a pretty good roll. Let's see how this does. Actually, hold on. You do that here. Good enough. Times 2 on a Gnoll makes a bandit run. It's not times 2 on the Gnoll, though. Because we don't have 3 health. Only times 2 if we have the same health as the target. Just 4, okay. pretty good roll overall. But you're telling me it does not score and the necessary kills here. There we go. Wow. Spiker has retaliatory spikes damage. You can upgrade Whirl into Bash, who has an immense max health, which is quite nice. Can do 7 damage exert, 5 damage heavy or stun opponents. Or upgrade Priestess into Fate. Much better at mana generating. 3 mana single use, 3 mana single use. Refunds if it saves somebody. And has a dodge side. I really like the Priestess upgrade here. Now the Monk's diving helmet got worse. Although dodge is still pretty good, actually. Nothing to triple. Now, wait, Monk, you're gonna have the mana gain. How about on Sparky shouldn't do anything? There's nobody below Sparky. Does go around. Okay. It's pretty cool if so. Nice dodge. Zamped. Alright. Cyclops goes Cyclops. Sparky, you're a dog now. Sickle. +1 to all sides that have the lowest pip. Or second chance. Replace the rightmost side with target hero can use their dice again. Ooh, those are both pretty good. +1 to all the lowest value of pip is pretty good. Really good on Whirl in particular. Sparky's also okay. The rightmost side. That's a really good side to replace. Nah, I'll take the sickle here. Good luck. So wait, diving helmet on Sparky gives me a bow instead. That's arguably pretty good. I'll take it. Oh boy, that's a lot of squishing. Okay, so we have a kill on the ghost, right? This has a double effect if we target an enemy with equal health to us. Yeah. Good. And then this copy the keyword, too. Now it's charged, so it does 5 damage. Easy. Give this Sparky. Good turn 1. Very good turn 1. Not bad. Strand will refund itself if it saves somebody, and we can use it a few times here. Let's just take a preview of what this looks like. I can even use it on Monk as well. If I go Burst first, then Strand. Nice. Really nice. Easy. The power. The Troll King and his Slate friend. Slate is easily killed by a sharp shot. Or by the Sparky. We upgrade either Whirl into Barbarian, who's got some very mighty sides indeed, or Sparky into Artificer, who's got one-time use spells, and a spell that hits all enemies. You do seem a little bit better than the Sparky. But I've been liking Sparky. 10 damage, death. Not death wish, just death. And we could even replace the Death You Die side with a shield side if we wanted to. Those are 0 pip sides, got it. Makes the sickle kind of bad. Guess that's fine. Troll King opens with a mighty fart. Oops. It's fine, I guess. Death You Die. Can I just kill the Troll King? Because that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah. Works for me. Wait a minute. Monk has no health. pretty lame. Oops, you die. Prism. Add rainbow W to the middle side. Bonus equal to the number of keywords on the side. Or serration. Add vulnerable to the top and bottom. Holy crap. Vulnerable on sharp shot is ridiculous. Pretty good on barbarian too. Yeah, give me serration. Dog serration. This could just kill the sniper. I'm gonna reroll though. Try to get a vuln side. There we go. Nice dodge. Wait, how does this work? Are you telling me that I can do something extra dumb here? Which is that the pain will apply to the monk? No, it won't. Okay. No, it doesn't. Are there characters we haven't unlocked yet? No, I clicked the unlock all button, so everything is unlocked. Same result. Took it this way. Monk goes to Poet. Poet can have an ally reuse their dice again and has charged shields, which are pretty good. Or the Ghast. 5 mana, death, you die. Good at generating mana, is the Ghast. Yeah, let's go Poet. I don't know why I'm dedicated to keeping Sparky. Just feel like it. Could give Sparky 2 max health. 4 mana side? No, we want the charge to be usable. Anything with similar health to the sharp shot. Checks current health, right? That's fine. That can probably kill one of our zombies. The zombie takes 4 more damage in one hit, they just instantly die. There we go. Range vulnerable dog. Don't mind if I do. Although I can't reuse this because it has the right keyword. Or should I say the wrong keyword? Could just kill the whiz turn 1? It's not a half bad idea. Poet's gonna die without shield. Good. Death, you die? It's level 18. It copied the ranged keyword. How badass. Is how much? 5. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Everybody full health for this fight. This shouldn't be too bad, all these wisps. Look at the Iron Crown. +4 to the left side. Gray heroes only. Unfortunately, doesn't do anything for the poets. Or the Horned Viper. Add poison to the 2 left sides. Barbarian with poison is kind of ridiculous. Good way to kill the final boss. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. Trendy Kendi, almost a 4 metric years. Holy heck, let's go indeed. There, so now this is 10 damage poison. 10 poison damage per turn is a way to kill a boss, for sure. But can we deal with all these wisps? That is the question. Cause ain't easy either. Both attacking the barbarian, huh? Would really prefer to keep the barbarian alive. Cause and effect. Ugh. Please don't. That looks kind of better. Kill one Caw. All these wisp attacks are going to be annoying, though. do it this way. Looks pretty good. That's pretty good. The added pain to most of our heroes and the added block that they all get is going to be a bit of an issue this turn, but maybe we can use our zap effectively here? Perhaps. Pause killing the poet. Sparky's actually dying for other reasons. Oh, this is going to cause 5 damage, but works really well. That's pretty good. Yeah, 5 self-damage. Oh, because pain. Got it. Oh, shoot, pain. Guess we just use this then. Actually, so is it better to do it this way? No, because you have armor. Bummer. Everyone has pain on their sides now. That's really bad. Actually, wait, is that true? No? Death, poison, pain. Block 2 on everybody looks pretty good. Good enough. This doesn't have pain. This doesn't have pain. Making sure everybody has full health with this final fight seems pretty important. Alright. It's Hexia. We get either Warlock or Kronos in place of Sparky. Although Sparky zaps for the imps could be nice. Kronos can weaken and cleave. As well as adding rerolls, has mana with growth and a dodge side. Or Warlock has mana and pain. Can spend 6 mana to deal 13 damage. Hexia does present a bit of a problem here, although I think the Barbarian is going to solve Hexia pretty well. All Barbarian has to do is roll one of the really big damage sides with poison and hit the boss, and we're fine. completely fine. Guess let's take Kronos. Unless I do actually want Sparky, because of the imps. You know what? Screw it. I like Sparky. Served us well so far, we'll continue to do so. And I guess we'll keep the dog on the sharpshooter? Might as well. What do we get? Petrify side on the Barbarian. It's alright, Barbarian. You know what to do this turn. Exactly. Good enough. That's also quite good. Can't lock it in, though. Or reroll. That's a pretty good turn. Let's copy the mana gain keyword. Yeah. So even if I shield the Barbarian for a ton, dies. It's not even worth doing. Shield you instead. Kill that. Kill that. Zap the imp applying poison? No, zap this imp. Oof. Boss is summoning a demon. I don't really like that. Poison is happening. Good. Just gotta kill one demon. How hard could it be? That cantrip, though. Maybe preventing that attack is a good idea. This will be mana gain as well. We can make it charged too, actually. Hold on. Just shoot here. Reactivate. Charged attack. It's fine. Shoot that. Boss is dead. GG. Unfair streak get. Streak of 1, that is. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Not too bad. Let's see the stats there. All in all, I think the Mortal Plus modifier was essentially entirely free. Really didn't feel like that limited us in any way, shape, or form. Only hero who didn't die was the red one. And it feels like we didn't make the best use of some of these items, but definitely very, very good use of course, the Horned Viper. Poison 8 on Hexia was definitely the way to win there. GG. GG. Generally one of the easiest, Ben. The one that, the 10-point Mortal Curse is really brutal, though. Where it's like, everything is max 5. So you only have 5 max health on every character? That's pretty bad. Mortal plus 10, everything is limited to 1. Hello? That seems unfair. All right, Twitch chat, we're going to do another one, see if we can make it a 2 streak on unfair. However, before I start that, I am going to refill the legs, stretch the water, grab a quick break.